Hi everyone, we're going to talk about limits with infinity in regards to horizontal asymptotes. And the first one we're going to talk about is where the horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals 0. And the first one we're going to look at is the limit as x approaches or tends to infinity. That just means as x gets extremely large of 1 over x. And we're going to see what that equals. So when you do that, let's just put in a large number. So if I put 1 over 1,000, let x be 1,000, or 1 over, let's put 1,000,000, and get an even larger number. Let's just put as many zeros as we can get. We can go on and on and on. So we're getting a very large. This is going to go to 0. So the limit, this number here, it's going to get closer and closer to 0 without equal 0, because we know x cannot be 0. But the limit as x approaches a huge number is going to be 0. Alright? So basically that means we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. Now the same thing could be said for the limit as x approaches infinity over 1 over x squared. Okay, so that's going to equal 0, because that's going to even get larger faster. And you can do more 1 over x cubed and so forth. So let's look at some more. Let's take the limit as x approaches infinity of x over x squared plus 1. Now, just looking at that, if you put, say, in 1,000,000 in here, let's just put 1,000 in here. So if you put 1,000 in here, I'll put 10. You square 10, you get 101. And then if you put a bigger number in, let's see, 1,000, you square that, you're going to get 1,000,001. You can see this also tends to 0. So the denominator is going to get extremely big. What you also notice is this 1, basically when you get bigger and bigger numbers, really makes no difference. The 1 is just kind of like a small little cast-off thing that you really don't need. So this would be the horizontal asymptote would be y equals 0. You could also do something like the limit as x approaches infinity of, say, x squared plus 2 over x to the 5th plus 3x to the 4th plus, say, 1. I'm just making things up. What you notice is because this is a lot bigger than the degree in the numerator, that the denominator is going to get extremely large as opposed to the numerator. So this is going to go to the 0. And the bigger the number, this little stuff in here is not going to matter. So basically what you're going to look at is the degree of the numerator versus the denominator. And if I say I'm going to have x, let's say I'm going to let the degree be n and the degree be m for the denominator in n. If my degree in my numerator is smaller than my degree in the denominator, then that means my horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals 0. Okay? The next one we're going to do is where the degrees are the same. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.